For a game.
Yay!
Game.
So in this game, these glasses just haven't appeared from nowhere at all. But yeah, in this game, so it's another nice game of Guess Who. Well, first I'm playing it on here. But we have two each and we have to guess. So I've done Chandel's and Caitlin's, and Caitlin's done mine.
This sounds very good.
It's really intense, isn't it? Okay,
Right.
so
Okay, I was about to be like,
don't know
first
why.
question, am I female?
yes. That's
Okay.
yeah.
I'm so annoyed! Oh, damn it!
Shot.
Woo!
Oh,
Shut. I should have that on here, don't I? Everybody. Lovely. Woohoo!
yeah.
We're alright.
Okay, so it's time for a game.
Yay!
Game.
So in this game, these glasses just haven't appeared from nowhere at all. But yeah, in this game, so it's another nice game of Guess Who. Well, first I'm playing it on here. But we have two each and we have to guess. So I've done Chandel's and Caitlin's, and Caitlin's done mine. Not to confuse anyone. Excuse me. So let's... Oh yeah, and if you get it wrong, you have to down your shot.
So is it guess? Do you have like so many questions?
So yeah, you're only going to have 5 guesses.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you can only ask... Oh, okay, 5 guesses, but you can ask as many questions as you want. But it has to be like, as soon as you say the name,
Okay, that's a guess.
that's a guess.
Okay.
You're done.
Okay.
Okay, so who's going first?
I don't know.
No?
I would say ladies first, but we're all ladies. you
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
know.
It's
How
chivalry.
polite of
Should we like
yeah.
take in turns and go around in a circle and guess each other's at the same
Left
time?
to the dealer. Come on, Chantal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pass mine to you, innit?
So is that, do we...
Do you know, I just got a text. Your full leg wax is ridiculous. Not now. Come on now.
We're kind of busy here.
Are we sticking them on heads? Oh, did you see that?
No?
Okay.
I didn't see anything.
Okay.
No, that I. So you have to put that. That's for
So
you
that's
on your
going on
hat.
my
So
head.
don't look. Don't look.
Oh, which one do you want to do first? No, I want to do this one first.
Oh, I think we should put some of this on.
Party jeans, I'm gonna stick it on your hat.
Can you hear that?
Oh, it's kind of on. I don't know if the camera can see it. I feel like that's
I
going
hope
to
this
fall.
doesn't fall. Right, I'm just going to lean back slightly. Oh, this sounds very good.
It's really intense, isn't it? Okay,
Right.
so
Okay, I was about to be like,
don't know
first
why.
question, am I female?
yes, that's
Okay,
yes.
so hold on, are we doing it so like...
Sorry, no,
we
I'm
have-
just doing it. I don't know why. I'm
Okay.
trying to put you off.
Okay. Am I a singer?
No.
No.
Okay. Am I an actor?
No.
Am I a political activist?
You politician. I wouldn't say
I turned into a
activist.
sheep. Yeah. No, it's questionable. Yes.
I wouldn't say an activist, but you're involved with
I
politics.
mean,
would you? Well,
in a way.
Yeah,
I
actually.
feel like I'm going to be really rubbish at this.
should we say 3 guesses just to be mean? I'll say
Yeah.
3. 3
Yeah.
only 3 guesses of the people, yeah.
Michelle Obama?
Music.
Well,
so
then.
intense.
Let me get it right. I won't be hearing that for any of my days. Okay. Involved in politics. Am I a white woman or a black woman?
Oh, hold on, give us one. Black or white, which one do you
Am I
want
a
to go
white
with?
woman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Involved in politics. In the UK?
Oh, yes.
UK. This is really difficult. This is really difficult.
I'll be like this.
So, am I part of a political party?
Yes.
What?
Was. No, you can't say that. Yes or no. Stop giving it away. My God.
But then the answer's
I'm never
no.
going to get it.
True. We can just drip feed a little bit because it is
Yeah,
hard.
it
It is very
was.
hard.
Yeah.
Was.
Recently.
Is that recent we're talking?
Mm,
Yeah, fairly.
fairly recently.
Should I know this?
Yeah.
I'm going to kick myself, aren't I?
Think about all like you've asked and we've answered so far. Think about it.
Okay.
So you got the Parliament.
Parliament. I
Was part of
a
it.
political party.
White woman
I'm a white
Woman
in the UK.
in the UK.
Okay.
Narrow that down.
You don't act
Who's the
or
main-
sing or anything.
Who's a main person that could be? What am I doing? 4 fingers.
No,
Who is the main?
Who is it?
Where's
I
my
don't
finger
know.
gone?
Oh my god.
Right, go on. Just have a random guess.
The Queen.
No.
I don't know why I said that. I just wanted to get an answer done.
She's far. Wait, she doesn't deal with any of that.
No.
She's like,
Gracious Queen.
Can't think.
no OBE for me.
I'm really gonna kick myself.
Yeah,
and
you are. Yeah.
Should we count her down?
5.
Right there.
No, is that 5 too much? 10. 9.
8, 7, 6,
What's that woman?
Five.
Joe Swinson or whatever.
4.
That was a guess.
She's still in politics anyway, I'm sure.
Go on, tell her.
Theresa
Theresa
May.
May. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Oh, damn it.
Shut.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Shut. I should have that on air, don't I? Everybody. Lovely.
Hey.
Well,
I was
it's
gonna say
nice though,
something.
innit?
It has that
I
lovely
was gonna
burn.
say something very chauvinistic then.
Go on.
Oh,
Get
say.
some hairs on your chest.
Yeah.
I know. Get all the hairs on your
Everything
chest.
is so isn't it?
Do it. I feel a little bit more now. Like,
Yeah, a woman in bars. Back, I don't know. I feel like a man orientated thing. Pubs.
yeah.
Wait.
Is it my go then?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I need one of
Do
you.
you need one of these? Let me
Try
check
not
which
to
one it
look.
is.
You can put it like under your headphone.
So I don't know if you guys will know who this is, but
Oh,
I'll
right.
give you some guesses.
Where's the sticky part? Is that it?
Yeah. I feel like I've saw the name, but I don't know who she is.
Is it there? I've got it on.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Everybody's seen it.
Okay, right.
It's right.
That
You
looks
look really-
hilarious. This
yeah,
is
you look
not.
great.
It's not a weird whatsoever. Okay, then let's go. Okay.
You're looking at us like waiting for it.
Am I? Obviously, no. I'm not asking that 'cause I know I'm female. An activist.
Kinda.
Thanks for that.
Activist
That's
through-
really helpful.
Yeah, it is actually. Okay, kinda-ish.
Are they currently in the limelight?
No.
I don't know who this is.
Are they under? Not many people know about them then?
Yeah. Not many people know.
Are they an artist?
No.
Are they someone who speaks out?
No.
Singer?
No.
Are they human?
Yes, definitely human. I hope so anyway.
Are they based in the UK?
Yes.
London?
Not entirely sure.
Have you met them?
Never. Would like to.
Are you inspired by them?
Yes.
So it's not an artist.
Think about other outlets. You know, there's art. What else is there?
Other
very-
forms of expression.
Very narrow mind. Other forms of expression. Don't your brain under pressure just goes like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's really difficult. It is really hard.
The carpenter.
So random.
Oh, no, yeah.
A nurse. I don't know.
No.
So they're not public service based or anything like that.
Well, I suppose you could argue that they could be. I feel like I'm just confusing it.
So they're part of Parliament.
No. But like you said, how they might contribute to like public services.
So they
or-
contribute. So they donate.
Their
you know who it
work-
is?
Their
No,
work.
but I know the profession.
The work would be useful for the public.
Yeah.
Will be useful for the public. Okay.
So it's not art. You're not a singer, actor. What other things can you do?
Film?
No.
No, I don't know.
You all
Media.
Just leave it. Just don't look down.
Media related.
You do.
Can be, yeah.
You do what they do, but in a different way.
So they give people voices, or podcasts.
So
What do you mean? They do what I do, but in a
I'm
different
probably
way.
going off, but it's
no, it was a good thing to say.
could you, but in a different way. Think about what you do to express yourself creatively.
What, create a channel? What do you mean?
What else?
Record?
Away from that.
I don't know. I'm going to have to down the shot, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm terrible at this.
Okay.
Absolutely diabolical. Go on, I'll kick myself.
So it was an author called Laura Bates.
Okay.
And I thought I'd write it down because I didn't think everyone would know her. But she has a book called Everyday Sexism.
Ooh.
And it's been like my Bible the last
I'm
like
pulling
couple
that
of months. So I thought it would be helpful to talk
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
good.
So
Yeah.
the viewers, check it out. Everyday Sexism. And it's all about like the stories that we don't hear often
cool.
in society, you know.
I
So,
like
yeah.
that. Is that for uni you went to it? Or just
No, I literally was in
just-
Waterstones and found the book and I was like, wow, this looks great. And it really is great. She's a great writer.
Chug, chug, chug.
Go on. That looks really big, Lizzie.
Why are you swapping with me? I've got 2 big ones.
Oh my God.
That sounds disgraceful if this is just an audio podcast.
Oh, Lord.
Lucky I like my brown liquor.
Yeah, yeah. Just going to sip on that nicely and thank you after.
Oh, lovely. My turn. Why does it
Okay.
always get to the back of my throat? Okay, I like. Okay, you ready?
Are you putting it on my forehead?
You can. No, your hat. Just don't look.
Oh.
I'm so going to use that at the start.
Is it on? I'll just put it there. Just so the camera can see. I don't know if they can see. No. Oh, no. Oh. I don't want to look.
Right.
Is it faced up?
Right, just how dare you do this in spring?
Oh, no. I'm
It's
so
fine.
scatty.
It's
Sorry.
fine. So,
You know what? Let me
you
just...
can go on then. Ask away. Ask us. Do you know who this is? Oh, hi there.
I didn't actually get a good look. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's weird being on the other side. Okay, so I'm a female.
Yep.
Am I British?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born. Born British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I
I'd
an
say so.
am I an entertainer?
Used to. Well, used to be.
Yeah.
Used to
Okay. So that's not what I do now.
be. No. Far from it.
Okay. Did I become famous from entertainment?
Yeah.
Singing?
No.
Acting?
No.
No.
Dancing?
No.
TV presenting?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
You could do
Okay.
this. She's so much quicker. We were like, what?
I just wanted to just
Okay. So it was a TV presenter. Do I speak publicly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm on a roll, aren't I?
You really are.
Yeah, okay, so I speak publicly. I was a TV presenter. I'm British. Is it yes or no answers that you give me?
Well,
We can
drip feed,
elaborate.
drip
Yeah.
feed, because they are hot. All of these are quite in depth, aren't
I'm
they?
going to ask my race.
Ask specific races, and then we can.
Yeah, we
Am
can
I
say
am I white?
No.
Am I black?
No.
Am I Asian?
Yes.
Okay, am I full Asian or am I mixed?
You look. To
I
me,
would
you look
say
full
yeah.
Asian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born, like you said, British, because you
Mhm.
asked that question already. But their background, yeah, Asian.
I'm trying to think of an Asian TV presenter. Like for kids. Okay. Was I a serious TV presenter or fun and light-hearted?
I
See,
think it-
not then.
No, not when you were TV presenting. It was more light-hearted,
Yeah,
like
light-hearted.
chat show sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel.
Am I an older woman or a younger woman?
I'd say like.
But I wouldn't even say, I don't class people up, but I wouldn't say she's like old. She's quite,
Middle-aged?
Yeah, like maybe like late 20s, early 30s.
30s, yeah.
sort of.
Okay, so fairly young.
so you would have seen her. You definitely would have seen her on TV, but you probably someone you didn't initially would have.
I know she's got quite a big voice on Twitter and stuff as well.
Yeah, no.
I don't have Twitter.
She's got a big voice now.
Okay.
On any platform,
Yeah.
really, innit? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To do with that, really.
Okay, so am I involved in politics?
Now you are.
Ooh, now I am.
Not saying you're,
Not like
In
politics in
but you will speak.
Speak on
like
political
social
issues.
politics and speaking on issues
Mm-hmm.
within politics. Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea. I'm getting all these answers and it's not helping with anything.
Good
It's
question.
really difficult though to piece it all together, isn't it?
you're asking really good questions though. But
Yeah.
I can't think of an Asian lady who's was a TV presenter.
was it? What? Was it?
You whispering like I can't hear.
Wasn't it? I used to love that show.
Yeah.
Growing up. I wanted that. That's what I wanted. I want something like that back. I miss having shows like that back.
Ooh, that's kind of.
Should I
a
just
clue.
drop it? I think it was. I could be wrong.
You could give me the
Could have been
whole-
MTV actually.
Should I Google it?
It's T4. I could be wrong. It might not have been T4 she presented on, but it was a similar kind of format.
Oh God, T4.
Do you remember like Alexa Chung era? And now she's gone. It's that kind of time when
Alexa Chung is.
she was known for saying the wrong things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so now she's done all fashion.
She's like modelling now. And
Yeah, she's done all fashion stuff. But like, she said something like, "Oh, you're hiding children under there." And I thought she said, "Oh, you're hiding Cubans under the dress." So she was took off air in America.
See, I'm really good with faces, but I'm bad with names.
Same.
All right,
Like-
just guess random ones. Go on. You know
Yeah,
you want to
it's
drink that.
three
You
random
know you want to
names.
drink that.
I don't know any Asian TV
Just think of
presenters.
presenters. Just think of any.
Okay.
Just to make sure they're Asian. That'd be terrible. That's all not really enough people.
I don't know a lot of TV presenters. I don't even watch TV. I listen.
Just gonna say you don't know. That's fair enough. You don't know.
Yeah, we can pass.
I
Can't
don't-
we?
I
We can
don't-
just-
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
They head
Yeah.
the I Way account. They're like the lead person on that. They're also an actress. So I should have said yes to the actress, but then that would have
Oh,
probably
yeah.
swayed you off.
Because she's not predominantly in that.
Yeah,
I
she's
have no
more.
idea. I'm gonna have to drink.
Have you ever watched Good Place?
Yeah.
She's in that. Asian.
I watched the first couple.
Who's the only Asian
I
person?
don't know.
Most
I don't know.
quite posh.
I watched it
Is
a
it?
very long time.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
in the start. I'm like, I'm good at this, and now I'm just terrible. Should I just drink? Can I drink before I
Shot.
find it out?
Yeah,
or-
shot. Shot.
Shut.
Everybody. I can't afford theme songs anymore. Gotta just say.
You should just sing your own theme
Yeah.
songs
Imagine.
in between from now
Dun,
on.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Welcome to a game where it's gone. Guess who? What?
That's actually really nice.
It's good, isn't it? Like, I could just sit around and do this all day with you ladies.
So she
Don't
was
know
on.
who that
Do
is.
you remember like T4 times all those
I'm
music
gonna-
shows they had?
You know
They
what?
interviewed loads of.
You'll know her face.
Yeah, you'll know her face. And now she's become a huge movement for women. Like she'll speak up for equal pay, equal rights, and she does all these Instagram.
Oh.
Even like how you look, how do you weigh yourself as a woman? She'll do that on
Okay.
Because
Instagram.
I was going to put her down originally.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
You
She
do
used to,
recognise her face? She used to do loads of TV,
TV
and now
stuff,
she's
yeah.
into acting and
she-
activist,
Oh, she's also a DJ.
DJ.
I
Oh,
didn't know that.
she's got many talents. No
She's
wonder.
great.
Should I show the name so everyone knows?
She's one person
Yeah.
I definitely would love to meet.
Oh wait,
There we go.
there you go.
Amazing.
Hopefully I spelt your name right, because I will be absolutely appalled by myself if I didn't. Now focus on me. Okay, thank you.
And back.
Right. So who's next?
Right.
One
That's your
shot down.
second one, isn't it?
Oh, we all have downed
I
a
feel like
shot.
we should have done 3 shots.
We'll just do one for all. The hell of it. Right,
Free for all.
free
Okay,
for all.
I don't know where I'm putting it.
I love how we all close our
Wait,
eyes
should I show it first
when
so
it's
they
not
can
going
see?
on our eyes.
Oh, I nearly looked at it then.
No, you did.
Did you see?
No.
No. Where am I putting it? I don't know where I'm
That
putting
is
it.
Is this really difficult? Just
That
back
is
it
the
up.
I'll just pop it on your
funniest thing
forehead.
ever.
What, the person?
I'm not even going to say what she'd think by putting that on her.
What, the person?
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
no. Is it bad?
Are you?
thought
Well,
we were
it
doing-
depends how you look
Oh,
at the
well, you
person.
did say there could have been controversy.
You ready?
I
Yeah.
like that
Yeah,
you've put
to
that in there.
provoke conversation. That's a good point.
Mm.
And oh, I'm going to give it away, but business. Sorry, that's as a woman. That's a big thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Right, go on then.
Doing a lot right
Oh,
now.
So am I a businesswoman?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I get like a little...
Hey.
So I'm a businesswoman. Am I
Guys,
from
calm
the
down.
UK?
No.
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 USA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Businesswoman from the United States. Am I a white woman?
No.
Am
No.
I a black lady?
No. You mixed
No?
race.
Mixed race?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm glad you said that because I wasn't quite sure on her whole background. Okay. Go
Yeah.
on.
Okay. Businesswoman.
She could have been European for all I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I well known?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes, very.
I can't ask you like what business is it?
Well, I mean, you could ask for like specific ones if you wanted.
It's like a media
Or-
business.
That's one of them.
Obviously, she has multiple.
Mm-hmm.
Try and think of other jobs. Ask other job roles that the person might have for.
Am I like a?
And remember, I was laughing, not in a rude way, but just think about.
Oh.
because it's something probably like not against what you do, in a sense, but what they promote sometimes might be against the values of others.
That shot's got to be. I can feel it in my throat. I
feel warm.
Yeah, like, oh, I always feel drink in
does.
my throat first. Like, I feel my neck go tense.
25%.
Is it someone who's like? Is it something to do with abortion? Pro life? Or like?
Say I wouldn't.
I feel like they potentially could have been involved with a right that's against that.
Yeah, they would have definitely spoke up
about it.
Like they have a huge platform. What they do, they have a huge platform, and they're well known.
Oh, no.
Think about TV.
It's not someone.
Think about
it's
TV.
Not Kim Kardashian, is it?
Yes!
I don't get to. I'm gonna drink it anyway.
See, I wanted to write Kim Kardashian because I feel like for women, when it comes to body image, she's not good for.
Yeah, I agree.
But what she does as a businesswoman and her platform, even like she's become a lawyer.
Paris Hilton,
like she's
another one who like profits. Like she knows, basically, she knows, doesn't she? She knows what she can profit off.
Good business women.
Yeah,
like they know how to
play
use and manipulate the system
Yeah.
for their own needs and benefits.
But is that good? Because let's think about International Women's Day. Do you think she represents women in a positive light?
I think.
And
when it comes to image, no. But when it becomes to being a successful businesswoman, yes.
Yeah.
And for standing up for what you believe in.
That.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because she's gone back to uni, she's studied to become a lawyer, and now she's fighting cases and getting people
like her dad, then.
who have been injusticeably arrested and getting them to coming out. That's what she's doing right now.
That.
So much.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Big thing. Fair play to her. People look at her and think, oh, she's all about. But
I
she
won't
has
lie.
got some.
She's got brains.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be where she is now without those
brains.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's switched on.
I might have watched one or two of the Kardashians once, and Chloe does make me laugh.
I like keeping up with the Kardashians. That's I know.
I don't watch it anymore.
I've watched like episodes in the past and just been like, I can't watch.
The older I've got, the more I've been put off.
Yeah.
Watching it. But when I was younger, I'd be like,
I
find this interesting. They're part of a big family and I'm part of a big family. So I got the sense of humour through them all.
See, for me, it's the opposite way around. When I was growing up, I couldn't stand the Kardashians.
But now you're like,
I'm interested to like, why is people so...
The dynamics.
Yeah, what is it about them that makes people... And watching it, I'm like, you know what? They are entertaining.
So as a study, it's good to
shallow,
watch.
But yeah.
So who's next?
Okay. You.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I forgot who I wrote. I feel a bit drunk. You know when you're warm and your body
I've already
feels
got
really
a tear
relaxed.
duck in my eye. Like, my eye actually is watering. Okay, right. Here we go.
Oh, you just looked.
I didn't look. I swear, I didn't look.
Did you look?
I didn't.
You looked. I saw you look.
I didn't. Did you? My eye is watering. I didn't see.
Oh yeah.
Do you know when I just said my eye
Should
was
we
watering?
Can we?
Look, hand on my heart.
No, I trust you.
I actually
do.
didn't see it.
Right.
My eye was annoying me so much that I was staring like that.
Can I see yours?
Do you want to put it on? No, where is it?
Okay. I don't know who she is, but interesting.
All right then.
Good.
Yeah, but you educate. That's fine.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's nice because you're teaching me new people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Okay, so sorry, I just realised where's that come from? Okay, are they present? Are they present?
Oh yeah.
In today's society?
Yeah.
Okay, they're not dead then, obviously. No. Do they have family? Like still people that are alive or connected? Are they a lonely kid?
So.
Are they a lonely child? Or do they have siblings?
You know what? I don't actually know.
I like to ask because sometimes like when you've got like a celebrity sibling or something. Mm-hmm. Are they an artist? A singer?
Yes.
Oh, but they paint.
So they are an artist.
Oh no, I've got to try and get the right.
Like an illustrator.
An illustrator. It's a book related or just in any.
Has recently done a book.
Okay. Is this about activism? Speaking out about injustice? Yeah. I just know I'm not going to get this.
I know, I probably won't, but again,
that's the point.
It'll be
that's
like
the point.
Educational trick as well.
Illustrations, humans or humans.
Yeah, like so similar to like my artwork, I represent like female forms.
UK
this
based.
person does that. but in a very different style. Yeah,
So
UK
body.
based, London.
So body forms.
Yeah.
Female bodies.
Yeah.
It's you. Imagine.
No,
It's you.
I'd be such an
You
obnoxious
lied to me.
person to do that. Like, oh, it's me, fabulous woman that I know.
I'd bloody love that. I'd like, yes.
Should have done it.
Be a lot easier for me to fucking guess. Oh, jeez. Wolverhampton based or
No,
Birmingham?
London.
London.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big time London.
Mhm.
I'm not going to know. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I just know I'm going to get this person.
Do you want to?
Give myself a no.
There we go.
I was gonna give you a really
Go
open
on.
clue.
Give
Okay,
me a clue.
yeah,
Give me a
before-
clue. Go on.
The name of this person is also a band.
That's a good one.
Florence and the Machines.
So that name.
I only said that
How
for
did
like
you out
Florence.
every band like?
That's what I've been listening to her last night. I was just
That is so weird. Like I say a band,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
say the first one that it
Some
is.
people don't see Florence as a band, do they? But that's her
But yeah.
band title. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
she's Florence Welsh on her own. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
But Florence, just gotta guess the last name.
Oh, thanks.
Should we do like some charades? Like-
Yeah.
No. Okay. Goodbye. See you later. Tell me first.
Okay, so it's a young Instagram influencer called
Instagram?
Florence Given.
What I feel like I've heard that. I'm gonna know
You
myself.
probably recognise her on Instagram. Like I feel like I've probably showed you her before as
What an
well.
unusual surname as well.
Yeah.
Given.
Given.
And she's also.
Do you ever wonder where our surnames come from? Is that just
Yeah,
me?
I know what you mean. Like there's something
Yeah.
historical there, though, isn't there? Like, and
I've always wondered that. Anyway, yeah, go on.
passes through history.
Mm.
I think
but
it's different for black people though. I'm just saying because
You were given.
Yeah, we were given our names.
Yeah.
That's not our.
yeah, that's so true.
Mm.
Shit.
That's deep.
Yeah, it is deep because we didn't. If I had my real name, I'd be.
Would you ever change it?
I got married.
It's your family name now, though, is it? That's like your family's.
Yeah, but my daughter's got like my partner's name. Like I'm the odd one out right now.
No.
Here I am. Like.
She
Well,
could always keep
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. Florence
You two
Given
carry on.
has a book that she's just released called Women Don't Owe You Pretty, and it's absolutely amazing. And I advise everyone to check out her illustrations because just look at them; they're absolutely amazing. Stop raising him; he's not your son.
Can I just put
Have a
that to
look,
the,
yeah. And these
Can I put
like
up to the camera?
life's short, dump them.
Ah.
Can I see that? There we go.
Florence Given,
Point
Like,
at the
maybe you
phone.
can't see that. Maybe I'll put
You
it
can't.
closer. It'll do.
it'll do.
Okay, so last person.
Interesting.
Chantal. Here we go. I don't know why I'm laughing at this because I like the person.
Will I
I
know
think
this
The
person?
person's done a lot personally for myself. I think they have.
Okay.
Don't look.
Come on, no, I won't look. I'll just slide it in my hat.
Okay.
Wait,
Final
camera.
one.
I don't know if the camera can see it. I don't know.
That's good. I could.
Okay.
Right, did you see?
Can I have a look? Oh, good
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Although I'm not a massive fan of the new song.
Do you know, it's like it wouldn't have been my choice as a first single to release, but it got leaked.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, so she
Oh,
had
wow.
to release it. And then, I'm so giving away. Like
So I'm a
certain
singer.
things.
Yeah. yeah.
Okay.
You also act as well.
Oh.
If anyone's seen her.
Did I start as
Right,
a
let's
singer?
leave that now because that's too much.
Did I start as a singer or as an actor?
No, ask the one.
Did I start as an actor?
No.
So I started as a singer.
Yeah.
Am I American?
Yes.
Okay. Have I been in a film in 2019?
Yeah, was it?
I feel like it was 2018. She was in something.
Oh, I think it was.
Film. It was a series.
It was a film though as well.
Oh shit! Wait, yeah, there is a film. My bad. I'm thinking of.
Where were
something-
you? What were you sleeping on? Come on, it was only one of the biggest films.
Was it last?
You're giving out clues. You are one of the biggest films.
I'm not saying it was. I just personally just would say that.
In 2018 or 2019.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure
Maybe
of
we're
the
throwing
year.
her off.
Should I Google it?
No.
Okay, so
I like that you are. Like, I'm sure it makes it harder for her.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
do I have kids?
No.
No kids.
Why did I like question? No.
No.
Okay, that removes who I thought it was.
Oh, that's good. I thought you already got it. That's
I
good.
know, me too.
So I don't have kids. Am I in a relationship?
Don't know. Don't think so.
Not now. No, not now.
Am I active on social media?
Yes.
Is that my like platform?
You have to really have it as a platform with a job role.
Okay.
Because you did ask. Was it acting?
Yeah, acting and singing.
Yeah, and singing.
Am I a better actor or a better singer?
I think.
I would say
Yeah.
after the latest song, stick to acting.
Oh,
Really?
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what though. But
But
I want to go. You say that, but I want to go to a nightclub and dance to that song in a gay bar. I want to go and
I
dance.
do get
to that.
those
So
vibes.
it's
One of
like,
those
you're
ones.
doing a dance moves. With it.
Okay, that's interesting.
She has. This is a good clue for you. Quite a community-based following.
Yes, that's a very big clue.
Am I a part of the LGBT community?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I white?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I like controversial?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, do I do and wear weird things?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I Lady Gaga?
Yeah! I'm so glad you got it.
Got it! Can I still drink the shot?
Yeah, man, celebrate.
Reward yourself.
Oh, I got it right.
That was amazing.
Do you know?
I'm so warm.
I know, it does make you go weird, doesn't it, after a few of them?
When you says like dance in a gay bar, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, because you
Like-
can picture it, can't you?
And then you says acting, but stick to singing. But
No.
then it's like, she done American Horror Story, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved her in that.
Yeah, she was good in that.
And she done her
Very
own film
good.
as well. Was it that One Born? Not One Born Every Minute.
Star.
A Born Star.
Star is Born or
Born,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been a whole
But you know
of
what? As much as I like her, I thought that film was so
Oh.
egotistical. Like, I feel
On
like
the man or on the woman? Which one? When you say egotistical, do you mean on herself as a person?
Yeah,
or
like I just feel like she
It
was,
was just
quite
about-
narcissistic and sort of like.
me?
Because I remember there was a scene in the film and she was like lying on a lovely big sofa in this huge big apartment. She's like, "Oh, my back hurts." I'm just like in so much pain, and she's like, "I just feel sorry for the people that can't go and get like the treatment to do it." And she's paying to go to this specialist to sort of.
Oh,
back
are
out.
you on about 5 Foot, her documentary?
That's it.
You're
yeah,
on about
like
a
the film,
documentary,
yeah.
aren't you? Because when I went to a gig, she had a documentary up. I get what you're saying there.
Because I just thought like, because she's so controversial and so out there, for her to like moan but sort of then reveal her privileges. And
Yeah.
Sort of like, hee about it. I was
It's
just
funny
a
you
bit
say
like,
that because
"Ooh."
now she started to sign interviews that she wants to provide people with
Oh, does she?
that
As long as
support
she
now.
redeems herself, then I'm
She
fine.
has redeemed herself.
Good.
Only recently on Oprah.
Not with the
Oprah's
new
interview.
song though.
Okay.
I don't know whether if you'll like it.
I
I
don't
don't like it.
I don't know how it goes.
I don't
Freak
know.
out, freak out.
Yeah, I
freak
hate
out.
it.
But
Look at me.
she's huge in
She's gone very back to her. It sounds like, and the sad thing is, it sounds like her original.
Yeah, but I think she's got so much more than that. I feel like
Yeah,
it's such
she
a
is.
very.
She's ridiculously talented.
It just sounds like an average chart song, and for me, Lady Gaga has always been so out there and so
Yeah.
weird, and I expect that from her now. And I
Yeah.
guess that's me projecting my wants on her, but I just felt
That's
it
good.
very
I think that's in a way that's a
anticlimactic.
backhanded compliment
Yeah, it
because
is,
you
for
expect
sure.
more from
I
her.
expected more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness,
Yeah.
son about Gaga.
She has-
What has this done?
the LGBT community love Lady
Yeah,
Gaga. Like
yeah.
she's like a
Her little
savior.
mum.
I do have a bit
Yeah.
of love. I do have a little bit of love.
So
love
do
her.
I.
I do. I can't lie. She's brilliant.
There's one.
I love her confidence and just that I don't care.
The time
Yeah.
that made me think, okay, actually, I could respect
We're
you
like
as an artist.
sipping on the dregs of these.
You know,
like,
might as well have
want
another
more?
one. Get
Can we
another
have
one
one
in.
more?
I actually feel kind of
Yeah,
like.
me too. I don't want this to end now.
So, guys, this is sponsored by Disaronno. No, it's not really. But Disaronno, one day, sponsor me.
Yeah, please.
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 That's going to be the start of the show. Just begging for endorsements, please. Give me those peas.
I'm like so eager. I'm like waiting. Like, give it me now.
To Lizzie's mum.
To Lizzie's mum.
No, to all
women.
mothers. Yeah, to
and
all women.
mothers and
Children and
great men.
and anyone who's trans in
these-
transition
yeah,
to
yeah.
becoming
Yes.
women. To
Yes.
women.
to
to women.
everyone.
I like that. That's a
Yeah.
good one, that
There we
is.
go.
Happy.
Are we going to drink this? No, no.
You know, it's actually a tradition that if you do a toast, you're supposed to neck it. You're not
Oh,
supposed to.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, who said that?
I know this is. You may not know of the artist, but there's a recent drill artist
Yeah.
called Pop Smoke.
Oh, okay.
And he's an American artist, but he's taking on the UK culture. And he was just coming up, like, he done a really good song called Christian Dior. I know it's so random. But he was starting to do collaborations with UK artists, and then he's dead. He got shot, like, in America.
That's so.
And he's like, he was just starting to come up. But not like when you see people, like, rising stars coming up, or when no one, and I think he's only 20. He was
That
only
is
20.
really fucking sad.
Yeah, and it just made me think, like Amy Winehouse, like there's
They're
so many
always so
young when they're just going up, and then it's like where like
they literally scrape the surface, show us what they're capable
and then
of,
boom.
and then
But that falls into what you were saying about the media, the whole
yeah,
like Caroline Flack.
Flack,
that's
yeah,
such a
Like
good point
she's
to
at the
bring up.
top of her game.
yeah,
Obviously, like stuff that's happened that we
Yeah,
don't
like,
know
she's-
the in depth of.
She's
with her
obviously
boyfriend.
suffered mentally,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you can have a mental breakdown at any point. Any sane person
Mm.
can, and I think if the press wasn't so continuously
Invasive.
bombarding,
On her,
invading
Well, it literally
her.
like that close when she's going into look, it's a story. I know you've got to make your money, but at the end of the day, that's someone's.
They should be held accountable
yeah.
for like partly to do with her taking her own life, because if that wasn't there, if that was any normal person going through domestic stuff with their partner, we wouldn't have that.
Think about it. Even if it was cyberbullying online,
Yeah.
then something would be done about it
Yeah.
because you got a person who's responsible for making somebody
That's
feel
so
like this.
true.
But because it's media, which is such a who is
Who
it?
is it?
Who is
Yeah.
it? It's all of them.
Oh,
The Sun,
man.
Daily Mirror. I'm coming for them right now, and I'm calling them out. Like, yeah,
no, but
it
they're
is.
the
Is it?
main.
Yeah.
They're the main ones that her family was talking about in the sense that she wrote a letter, didn't she, or a message going she can't take it anymore. She's been suffering, like you said, with depression, and it's got to the point where, with what she's going to be labelled with and told that she is from now on, she couldn't live with being known as that's what she is now. And I don't know, maybe an abuser. That's what she thought
Yeah,
she was going to
yeah.
get labelled as.
Which is sad, because really the media, when it comes to celebrities, they shouldn't be invading their personal lives, their
But it's a
performance.
story, though, isn't it? It's
It
a
is.
story.
It's just, but that's the whole system of like these media establishments.
This
They
is
should
what
be questioning their morals, you know, and
Yeah.
thinking like how.
this is what put me off being the journalist side of
Mhm.
entertainment, because I thought you just want a story
Yeah.
to sell at any cost,
Yeah.
and that really angered me.
But then I suppose like it would be
There's
like
other
a
aspects.
radical move to
Do it, yeah.
to do the opposite and to
And talk
call
about it.
out these people
Yeah.
that are doing it, make the
Yeah.
stories
Exactly.
about them, and you
And I
know.
think we're lacking journalists like that sometimes.
I,
and
I
we need
agree actually.
we need more like
There's
that.
a lot of yes people who just conform to what they're expected to do rather than
Do you ever have that in
flip-
work and you've said no? I feel like we're all women that would go no.
No.
95%
And
of the
that's,
time
like, seen
I
as-
would, but then there's sometimes, you know, can you stay a little bit later or can you do that? And I'm like, oh,
When you're new to the job as well, you feel like you have
you're obliged to.
probation. You have
Uh-huh.
to say that
But I
over
feel
and
like in a place of in a working place, these drinks get into it. I'm like, but I feel like in a working environment, they employ people who are just come to do their job,
Yeah.
not gonna cause trouble, not gonna cause no riffraff, not gonna speak out and speak openly, just come to do
Yeah.
The
what they're
job.
supposed to do. But then if you come and you fight against that, you're a problem.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
problem.
That's so
I've been
true.
labelled as that in my workplaces because I'm not one to just sit there. If I think what you're saying is wrong, I'm gonna say
See,
it's wrong.
Good.
from someone
Yeah.
who's witnessed Chandel's
Yes.
work for like what 4 years, she will definitely come in a room and leave a presence of if
That's amazing.
someone-
Yeah, you
if-
fucking do that.
yeah. So if like hasn't been late and her door's shut on her, then she'll definitely be like, "Why you should like
Yeah.
I'm on time." Not naming people, and just little things like that, like little injustice, like you're. It doesn't matter what the power is of the person. That
No.
doesn't mean you can abuse the situation just because of the level that you're at. You'll speak up about it.
I've come to realise you don't have to be, and this is a message, I'm looking at the camera when I say
Yeah.
you don't have to be in a position of power to have power.
Yeah.
People think you have to be up there and have all these roles and responsibilities to do something. No, you haven't. All you're going to need to have is a voice
Yeah.
Yep.
and speak out, but knowing how to talk. So many people talk wrong when you talk
Yeah.
aggressively. If you, you're not going to go on deaf
Context.
ears. Yes,
Yeah.
You have to
context.
speak clearly. I
Yeah.
think that's the point. I think people that are, you know, it's so easy when you're debating with someone to sort of get aggressive and get really like,
Passionate.
no, this is right,
Yeah.
and passion is fine.
Just
but
listening, even listen to each other's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to listen, like they listen, or they take what they want
to hear
And then-
out of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I agree
pick
with.
bits out of what you say.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's so easy to misconstrue passion for aggression.
Yeah.
Because one person who's passionate and arms, facial expressions,
Or where
everything.
you're coming from.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, if you're coming from that certain place, like it could even be like yourself when you say ethnicity wise,
Yeah.
you're too aggressive.
Aggressive.
EastEnders has done a thing on that where he's been arrested. I can't remember his name now, but he's been Keegan, yeah, where they're doing the whole police thing where he's only like getting aggressive because he hasn't been seen in the hospital, but they've arrested him, taking him out of security hours because how he feels.
Yeah,
but
and he's
he's
expressing
black.
how he's feeling because he's black. I know
Sucks,
it
man.
is, but then even
Have
still,
you
like,
ever been honestly? Have you ever, as a black female, have you ever been stopped by the police and questioned, or is it more of a
That's a great
male
question.
thing?
I haven't been stopped myself,
Yeah,
but I've been with people who have been stopped who are also black.
yeah.
So not necessarily I've been profiled, but the person who I'm with has been profiled innocently, and there's been stop and search. Like, what was we doing? Nothing. Just because we dress in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie, wearing tracksuits. You know what I'm saying? Not hoods up, just hat and a tracksuit, simple. And there's a group of us profiled as look like we're a part of a crime, if you get what I mean. And they're being stopped and searched. Like, it is. But then I feel like as a black, I'm not even going to say a black woman, as a black person, I feel like we get judged before we even open our mouth. Like me dressed here today, like I'm in a tracksuit, hat. If I stepped,
Looking good.
yeah, like I'm just comfortable. But this
Looking
is me
good,
in my
yeah,
comfortable state.
that's
Like
it.
this is how I feel most comfortable.
Yeah.
But to
That's all that
somebody,
matters.
who don't know me,
Hasn't been educated.
hasn't been educated about my culture,
Yeah.
and to why I dress like this or
Yeah.
why I talk the way I do, would be intimidated by me. And it's like, but you don't need to be. Like, if you talk to me,
Yeah.
you get to know me. I'm cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you
It's
ain't gotta be-
interesting
yeah,
though
yeah.
because you picked up on something when you did the privilege thing with the young people, and you asked that do you think people play up
to their
their
stereotypes.
stereotypes.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, the young people said yes,
I've played
We
up to
do
my
play up.
stereotype. I have.
we do play up to it to either gain something or to get a reaction, because that's what the person either deserves, or you're not judging me any other way, so that's what you're gonna
That's what they expect.
have at the end of the day. So sometimes people are moulded in
Yeah.
that stereotype.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with playing up to the stereotype. Like, I feel like everyone does it. Like,
Yeah.
you use your privilege
Even
to your
I,
advantage.
let's be
You do,
honest,
like,
even
yeah,
I've
you
probably,
do.
like we've all, without realising it, I've probably used what I have as a privileged white.
But what bothers
Thread I
me
didn't
is
want
that using your stereotype to your advantage, but that stereotype is a negative connotation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can use it to your advantage, but whilst you're using it to your advantage, you're feeding what everybody else thinks of you.
Which you shouldn't be
so
doing.
So it's not helping what we're trying to overcome.
It's like when I've joked about, oh, I'm ginger. I shouldn't be doing that because a lot of kids get upset at school.
Yeah, yeah.
I shouldn't be feeding into that going, oh, it's okay to call me that. It's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've started to stop people as obviously if you're a close family member,
Yes.
you can call me that, or a close friend, but any other person, you don't have that. You don't know me, so don't call me that. Don't know, that's weird.
Do you feel like as people we all live up to stereotypes?
Without, I think because of how I don't know,
I
society.
feel like it's almost impossible not to be viewed in those stereotypes. Sorry, because as we said earlier about all these labels,
Yeah.
how do you get out of those labels? How do you reject stereotypes? And also stereotypes come from somewhere, or they're molded in some way.
Yeah, they don't come out of nowhere.
And that's where it gets complicated, because I don't personally think that I live up to a stereotype, but there has been times in my life where I've realised my privilege to someone else, and it's made me question it, and it's made me think differently. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I don't really remember what the question was. I'm just trying
living up to a stereotype.
Yeah. Like, I think it does happen.
And
And
we
I
should
think
feel
it will continue
liberated.
to happen. But I think the only way it won't happen maybe is that if there were less labels and less categories to be in. And
do you know what's frustrating? Why do we have to? Obviously, we don't. I'd never do anything in life to upset someone, but why do we have to be so conscious about our
about
what we
like
do
what you
and our
say and
movements?
think,
And it's sad, but it's even now like a little thing will be taken out of context because of social media, because of what we have.
Everything will offend somebody nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't say anything without offending somebody.
But then I think a positive note on that is
You
that
can-
people can just say what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm not condoning people that are saying malicious and nasty things that they know are wrong. I just think it's really important for people to feel like they can speak freely, because ultimately that's what we want with equality, isn't it? Like everybody to be able to speak freely and have their opinions
like I said,
heard.
listen.
And it's just about listening as well.
You might not like it, but at the end of the day, you got to take each other as we are.
See, but then I think I like to play devil's advocate in a situation.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
Depends
sometimes.
on it.
Yeah. But in America, for example, they have an act called freedom of speech. So everyone is entitled to say what they want to say.
Very much promoted, yeah.
Even if it does offend somebody, you're entitled to freedom of speech, which I think is a reason why there's so much racial tension.
Yeah.
Because everyone's allowed to say what they want to say, but we don't have that here. We have acts of equality which protect people against that. So if everyone was allowed to openly speak on how they're feeling, do you think we may turn like America?
Yeah.
Like,
it's hard
that a
because
good thing?
we want freedom of speech. Like, we want to be able to talk and speak freely, but then there's a line that's crossed, isn't there? If you're saying things that are controversial, that are going to offend people, how do you achieve freedom of speech?
Yeah.
But then push out the shit that we all know is wrong. Yeah. Like, how do we do that? That's something that hopefully in 2020 and beyond we can maybe figure out. But you're right. I think if we were to have the same law in place that America does, we would be, I mean, if I'm being honest, I feel like we're turning into a mini America.
Yeah.
You know, with the whole Brexit thing and Boris being chummy with fucking
Trump.
What was it? Trump said, they've done the right thing now. They've taken their country back. That was his words.
Who, America or
Trump,
Boris?
Trump said that about...
America, but Trump or Boris?
Trump said that about the UK. Now, don't get me wrong. I know this has got nothing to do with International Women's Day.
I know, we're just talking, aren't we?
Mad women's rights.
But to be fair, a lot of America and the people that have voted for Trump, because let's be honest, Hillary or Trump, they were both fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, you had her husband who was like, doing God knows what. Anyway, sorry.
They're both about capitalism.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, both about capitalism.
So I feel sorry for her in a way, because I get what she was on about, like the female empower. Like, I like what she represented in that sense, but
it wasn't ideal though, was it?
But a lot of people that voted for Trump are old-fashioned, old-schooled, and then you think, will we go back into woman's place or that type of thing? And it is a bit like, oh gosh.
There was a big thing about the elections though in America, saying that a lot of it was down to fake news, and they targeted certain areas, certain counties, and pushed out certain messages about Hillary to deter him away from voting for Trump. I mean, vote for Hillary, but to vote for Trump.
Come on, us,
same happened
us
with
women.
Brexit.
I don't know if other people think.
So that whole Trump campaign, the Brexit campaign, there's a Netflix documentary, The Great Hack.
Yes.
And it's about the Facebook scandal, where Facebook sold all our data and information to a company called Cambridge Analytica.
Yes. That is mad documentary.
It blows your mind.
Yeah.
Everyone should watch it, because it's just so scary. So
it's even what they do with
Facebook
the data.
Sold the data, and then Cambridge Analytica were employed by the Brexit campaign and the Trump campaign.
Yeah.
And with that data they had on us and everyone else, they were then able to pull apart and understand and see what groups were unsure of their political views. And then they talk about in the documentary, there was groups that were branded the persuadables. So there was people that were branded persuadable, and then therefore were then sent different messages that directed them into voting in a certain way. So big political debate now would be, do we get a real say? Do we get a real say if they're collecting data from us and our influences are being tarnished?
Internet does it constantly. Asks cookies, data, let's watch your pattern, and then it pops up.
All that's purposeful.
And you're talking about something, and then a video pops up on YouTube.
See, linking to that, what intrigued me was when Brexit happened, and I remember when I voted, it showed the demographics that was gone like boom, it showed the demographics of people who voted in the UK. And it shows the areas which voted Conservative, which voted Labour. And it's funny that the areas which are of a high, broad ethnicity background voted Labour. And then you see the areas which don't have much how do I say it? Much
Diversity.
there we go, diversity in it, voted for Conservative. But then it made me stop and think, like, that's similar to America, because why is it you see so much areas dominating blue, which is not diverse, but then you see the diverse areas voting red for Labour?
Yeah.
And it makes you stop and think, like,
It does.
is what we're
It's
told.
tactical.
Yeah.
It's the whole political system, whether it be America or here, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Everything's rigged to a certain degree. And I'm always very passionate about people voting anyway, because I think we have that right, let's use it. But if I want to be completely honest, I feel like they will do whatever they want to do, and they will do it in their way, regardless of what you and I have to say.
Yeah.
That's it. Which is the sad reality, but that's why it's so important to have a voice in the times, and to practice civil disobedience, because the systems aren't working for us.
It's not. And it's clear. The people are speaking out so much on what's happening, even if I'm speaking for the youth on the streets. Kids are getting killed day to day, people getting stabbed, the gang violence is out of control, and their resolution is the police. Like, I'm not saying the police can't do anything, I'm not saying they can't, but they're incarcerating young people.
But we have lost like a ridiculous amount of police.
Yeah,
like, to the point where like you don't even see anyone walking.
But you know whose fault that is? Boris Johnson.
Yeah, because that's where it's
when he was Chancellor of the Mayor of London, he was the one that put all these cuts on public services.
And now he's saying, I'm going to get NHS back.
Yeah.
But you
put us in this situation.
You're rectifying
all of the things that have gotten worse. I agree. Youth crime now is crazy. But it's because there's no public funding for youth centres. You guys work in that environment, and you can say hard. That your funding is probably shit.
No, you know what I mean? We've gone through ups and downs in that place.
It is.
And, you know, this is why Labour would have been the ideal choice, because it's starting from a local scale, starting from the core of people, rebuilding that.
Oh, yeah, Labour's ethos itself. I think it's just people looked at probably the leader of it.
Yeah, it's weird that, like, the media, again, should be held accountable. You know, people are like, I'm not voting Jeremy Corbyn. He's a terrorist. He's not a terrorist. Yeah. He was supporting an organisation because he had...
Yeah.
You know, he had certain ideals about that.
So do you think with all Brexit and other things happening, do you think that will affect women when it comes to, do you think that'll help us, or do you think it will push us back?
It really just depends on, because we are in a very uncertain time, and I don't think it will push us back, because I don't think women today will let that happen. I really don't. Fight the fucking power. And
sorry, it's a Disarray, sponsored by Disarray.
But I don't think that women will let that happen. I think we're in a social political climate now where people aren't going to stand to be told.
Men and women. I think men and women. I think we're getting to the point where we're on the grind. We're constantly doing shit all the time. And are we getting that support back? Are we getting that?
I don't think it matters anymore. No. You know what? I think people don't, it goes back to that whole idea of like having a voice and realising just from your home you can say something, can change something. Yeah. I don't think people understand the potential of the power that they hold within themselves. Imagine if we had a whole room full of people that think like us. Yeah. Imagine if that whole group of people went out and said something and did something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There is power in the people, and I'm sorry if people worked harder to understand one another and to have patience with one another, and if you do see things differently, that's fine, but try and find that common ground. You know,
I love that you're both you are promoting the fact that yes, everyone's going to disagree, but you can actually take a lot from each other. Yeah. And never stop learning. Don't stop learning, because a lot of people shut that off after school or college or uni. You shut that off. Yeah.
You can be 60 years old and still learning from people. There's no age, there's no limit to learning.
I think we will continue. I mean, I personally want to learn forever. Yeah. Like, I enjoy learning, you know, and I've found it in my adult years as this like really exciting sort of, you know, it's made me meet new people, think differently, be different in myself.
Adapt yourself as well.
Yeah. Education is so important. It's so fucking important, no matter what age you are.
And I think it's important learning about other people as well. Because
there's not enough of that in school.
No, there's not. And learning about different people's cultures, where they come from, their background, upbringings, understanding that somebody who is born with a mom and dad, living them with their whole life, than to someone who has a parent who's a single mom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That
even like health and social or whatever, like hair and beauty, like you said about the hair, people learning about different cultures and different types. That's just a norm. That's how the person has, like that's their being.
I just want to highlight something, going back to what we said earlier. I know we just went off, but I just think it's so important to say, if mental health in young people, I don't feel like there's enough to support. And I know we're talking about International Women's Month, and I'm talking about mental health.
I have a lot in America, but when it comes to England, we have very old school services, but I don't see anything.
There's not. There's young people there's young people that are going through trauma, if you get what I mean, that. And I say it because I'm so passionate about it, but there's young people that are going through trauma. Even when it comes to the gang culture on the streets, people like there's kids seeing their friends die, and that's PTSD.
And whether it's being shot in the head by an illegal firearm,
being stabbed, watching over your back, like can't go anywhere. You're having to stay in your own postcode because if you go in another postcode, because
you've been brought up in that environment,
you're fearing your life. But where is the support for helping them cope with their trauma? And there's nothing out there for them. There's not. But with youth workers, that's what we do. But there's not enough out there.
There's not enough. There's not enough funding for it. There's not enough organisation to establish.
But then these young people turn 18, become adults, then they're left
to leave on their own devices.
They have alcohol, they have drugs, and then they go to them things to deal with their trauma. You can see the path in their life that they're going to go down.
Because there's been no structure or support in their environment
for them as kids. And when their adolescent years, from the teenage years, are the most important years of your life, that's where you mould your character.
It shapes you.
It shapes you for who you are. And the young people are going through what they're going through with no trauma. I'm talking like, say, this is going to make a difference, but you don't know. You don't know who's watching. You don't know,
it's
but
it is. On about police, maybe instead of just that, you should be actually looking at how you're going to educate homes. Like
police working with youth workers.
It's like a friend it's like a friend like Annie that we were talking about. She is a support worker for families. More people like that being pumped into the system, let's be honest. Then that would help people. Whether people are going to accept it is another thing. That's another attitude thing that we need to address in the future. But where to end it, where would you like to see yourselves in 2020 as inspiring women?
I'm gonna go to you first.
Oh, that's it. I'll see what you did there. I'm gonna down this disarray.
For me, 2020, my year is about growth, and as an individual, like if I'm being 100% transparent, the past year or so for me, there's been through a lot of changes, emotional changes, through mental health. I'm being honest, through depression, and I'm on a stage now where I'm coming up. So for me, it's identifying me, putting myself first, and being the best person I can be. And then I feel like when you look after yourself, in order for you to, then you look after it. In order for you to,
is it Lauren Hill? Who is it said? If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you
going to
love somebody else?
That's RuPaul. That's RuPaul.
RuPaul.
Like Lauren Hill. Come on. Lauren Hill.
Come on, man.
But it's true. It's true. If you can't love yourself,
the same person I do.
How are you gonna love somebody else? Like, and for me, my journey this year is about bettering my mental health, and I've got over like business ideas that I want to set up. You know what I'm saying? And in helping young people, and I've got my opportunities. I've got my things lined up.
I mean, you know, at least keep us in mind.
And my platform. No, I do. I've got a couple of ideas in mind, but for me, like
progression,
it's about self-love and learning to love myself.
I like that.
Yeah, and coming up.
I would say the same. I would say it's self-love, not compromising anything I want to do for anyone else.
Yeah,
putting myself first.
Yeah.
But through putting myself first, helping others as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that RuPaul's right. Like, you gotta love yourself
before you
love
anyone
others.
else.
Sorry, RuPaul.
I know.
I knew who I meant. You know what it is? You know, two people that I love. Not that I constantly listen to RuPaul.
Lauren Hill and RuPaul.
Lauren Hill is so inspiring.
Miseducation.
Yeah, that album.
She's another woman.
Yeah.
In her rap game.
And
Sorry,
why don't people do music like that nowadays? Like,
she was so thought provoking, and then even like when she does speeches.
Yeah.
And she's not afraid to talk and like speak her mind, educate, but also talk about her background and be vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's so important as well. In order to help people, you have to show some level of vulnerability.
You do, because it's a human. It's in us all.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable, being emotional, they're like human. If we go back to a very primitive level of like human nature, it's vulnerability, it's
Emotions.
You know what I mean?
That's
And
what makes us different from any other animals, is that we have
Exactly.
emotions.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
huge, that makes me think about the parliament and think, how many can you actually say are vulnerable when they're coming to run for a prime minister? And that's
I always think when I think of politicians that I'm like,
robots.
I hope that you went into it with good intentions.
Yeah.
Because I always think like, you know, if I was to do that, I would be like, I want to help people, I want to do this, I want to change things, make it equal, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like sometimes they go into that system with that feeling of wanting to help, but the system fucks them.
It corrupts them.
Yeah.
The corruption catches them. Yeah.
And then they
It's
start
like-
just playing along with the system.
So you're saying about environment, how people and friends, who you have around you is so important, because
Yeah.
then if they're your everyday, we were having that before
Yeah.
we started, we were saying if that's your everyday thing, you're gonna become part of that.
Yeah.
You become who you associate with, whether you like it or not. The people you surround yourself with, you mimic behaviour,
You do.
traits, and
That's true.
yeah.
Just checking the camera. You do looking at us.
I've really enjoyed this.
I have.
I have to.
Yeah.
Do you know this is the longest podcast I've had so far?
This is
Been?
great. I think
Really
like
interesting
part
to see how
2.
different we are.
Yeah. Before and after.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
Also,
idea.
it's fucking great that it's 2 hours long because we're talking about really
That's what I
important
mean.
fucking
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
you
how
know
it
what
should
I mean?
be. I don't like it. Shouldn't be restricted.
No.
Like we were just saying, it shouldn't be restricted in how you want to express yourself, whether you're in work. Obviously, to a degree where you're not like just like completely disrespecting someone.
Yeah, no,
It needs to be for a greater purpose
Uh-huh.
while you're standing up.
Yeah.
Don't just jump on the bandwagon just because you think, oh, I think I know. No, educate yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. I see a lot of people jumping on, especially younger people. And I'm like, do you know what you're fighting for?
Jump
Because
on a
I don't-
trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think you
Yeah.
know what you're fighting for. Like,
But then where do you think that education comes from? Do you think that's for them to learn it? Do you think it's for parents to teach it? Like, where do you think that comes from?
You know what?
You were just saying that you've had to really. It depends on the individual. To me,
I agree, and I think like when it comes to education, it's so hard because our parents are really educated in the way that they have been taught,
Yeah.
right? So then they're going to put that on you.
Yeah.
And then if you're in a school and you've got a teacher who's the same age as your parents,
Yeah.
And they're gonna have
they're
the
going to
same.
teach that way too.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
true.
there's just not enough. There's not enough innovation when it comes to thinking differently about education systems. Out of all the things that have changed over the last 100 years, the education system
It's still the
hasn't.
same.
It's stale.
Yeah.
It's becoming even more stale.
Yeah.
Kids don't want to go to school. I can't blame them. I didn't want to. You know, I couldn't engage in a class full of 30 students with one teacher that's not teaching me anything,
Yeah.
that's moaning at us for talking, but it's your responsibility as a teacher to engage us.
It's even as when it comes to school, like down to the simplest things. Like they're not allowed to have colour in their hair.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to
You're not
wear
even allowed
this
to express
to
yourself.
yourself. Piercings have to be like, but that's expression. Like your characteristics on who you are and who you want to be, and you're not
And
allowed
that's
to.
what they should be reinforcing in education. Express yourself.
Expression, yeah.
Love yourself.
But then they'll do that in art. They'll
Yeah.
do it in the
Yeah, yeah.
categories, but they don't do it within the person. But then I
Uh-huh.
feel like that's preparing them for society.
Yeah.
And it is like society is you go for a job, you got your 9 till 5,
Uh-huh.
you got to wear your uniform.
You don't stick out. You're not an individual.
No,
you're
you're
a
not.
robot along with everybody else.
And you just fit into the system,
Yeah.
and it's always the ones in school who rebel, who you see actually when they grow up.
They're doing
They're
something. Like
that's
radical.
cool,
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
And I respect that so much. But then if you do turn out like that in school, then you'll get disciplined for it.
Yeah.
You get disciplined for being yourself.
So true.
So sad.
I'm just letting you to have that whole deep conversation.
I could
just
do
wanna
this
say-
all day long.
Same here. Same
I
here.
just want to say, you know, my battery cameras ran out, and that's how deep we got into this.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say thank you for both of you for taking time out, for coming to my home
Oh,
and talking about this.
It's been a pleasure.
it really fucking has.
Yes.
Anytime.
You don't have to say where to find it because I'll put it on the screen anyway. I'll do that. I'll do that
Amazing.
work for you. Don't you worry. But yeah, we'll have to do this again, even if
We
it's
will.
like another themed event or just need to come together creatively
Group
or
talks
whatever.
are
Group
good.
talks,
Yeah.
how they
Group
are.
talks are really strong
Yeah.
and
With a
diverse.
bit of alcohol is great.
I
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Another one.
So I wish you all, I wish you all the best and be
Thank
kind to
you.
each other.
Of course, show love. Love always.
What am I looking
Yeah.
at? It's gone. You look for me, girls.
Show love.
Yeah, love always.
So if you want to send me a show, you might as well. Come on, send me a show.
Thank you for watching, and we will be back.
We will be.